Hi and welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Nikki here today, and today we have our next Darkly box to unbox. I do believe this is the Darkly September 2024 box, but I'm not actually sure. I'm going into this like completely blank because I was not paying attention to what packages were getting delivered because my life is literally turned upside down. So this video is late and I am sorry about that. For those of you who follow my channel, you guys know what's going on. My husband's divorcing me because of my chronic illness and he doesn't want to deal with the stress of it anymore. So we're going to just do something fun and do an unboxing. So thanks for being here. Let's get into it. So I was right. This is our September 2024 Darkly box. Getting into our newsletter, of course, we have the usual. Hi, welcome to Bookish box. You have choices and options. It then gets into the details of our Bookish box for September 2024 because it's one newsletter for both boxes. We are going to skip that over because we don't have the Bookish box for September 2024 yet. Then, of course, it gets into the details of our Darkly box, and I will read you the descriptions of those items as I reveal them during this unboxing. If you do end up enjoying the books of the month that they've chosen, they also give you some other book recommendations and sometimes TV shows, which I think is really cool. They've highlighted some items in the Bookish box shop that are very fall-like because, again, this is supposed to be for September. They also have the link for our Spotify playlist, which is inspired by the books of the month. We also have a crossword puzzle that includes sneak peeks to the next month's box, and that would be for October. We have another highlight from the Emotional Support Buddies book club. I love these because I'm like, it is pets and books. How can it go wrong? And last but not least, they let us know about the Bookish social fam. What we really need to know from the newsletter, though, is the theme. And the theme for our September 2024 Darkly box is Love Unexpected. So the first item we have is in this box, and it said Bride-inspired campfire mug. I have read Bride. I enjoyed Bride, so I really look forward to seeing this. Now that me and my husband are divorcing, he can't veto any of my mugs. God damn it. I was really hoping I was going to love this mug, but unfortunately I don't. First, right off the bat, it's not black. Like, I expected this to be an all black mug. It is a white mug with two designs on it, and I'm not crazy about it. So I do like the artwork and the scene, and it says I would take every last thing if she chose to give it to me. So I do like this, but this, it just says on a run, be good, LJ Moreland. Like, I would have liked more scenes across the mug than just one scene and a note. Like, that kind of makes me sad. And there's no design on the bottom or anything. So this is kind of disappointing to me. Not gonna lie, I was hoping for a really cool ass mug that I'd be excited to keep. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this or not. You know, it is a mug, it's useful, love that. But I'm not crazy about this design. Would have been a lot better if it was black and had two scenes, I guess, instead of a scene and a note. Campfire mug. Start your morning with a mug that knows how to take the heat. Inspired by Ali Hazelwood's Bride, this campfire mug is ready to hold every last drop if you choose to give it. Whether it's coffee, tea, or something a little stronger, this mug will never leave you wanting more. Designed by @LilithSoar. So again, you know, I don't hate the artwork. It's just, I hate the overall design of the mug. Like, I wish that there was more artwork all the way around. Like, this is a little bit too plain Jane for me. But who knows? It might grow on me. So for now, I'm just going to put it aside, and I'll decide later whether I want to do a giveaway for it or use it myself. Next up, we have this box that says My Dark Beast inspired wood catch-all. I have no idea what the hell that means. I bet you anything this term has been used with me before, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then as soon as I see what's inside this box, it's gonna all make sense. But right now I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about. What do you mean a catch-all? Okay, so it's a tray. Like, I'm like, why don't you just call it a tray or something? I'm like, catch-all. Catch-all sounds weird. But regardless of the name, I love this. Mostly because I'm like, it's made from wood and the design is absolutely beautiful. I'm not familiar with My Dark Beast, but I don't give a shit because this is absolutely stunning and it is useful. You know, you can put trinkets in here and I'm gonna have to find room for it, but I definitely want to use this. Wood Catchall. Keep your treasures safe from the beastly chaos with our Wood Catchall, inspired by Olivia Wildenstein's My Dark Beast. Whether it's keys, jewelry, or secret notes, this catch-all holds your essentials like a protective shadow. I'm definitely keeping this. I think this is gorgeous and definitely useful. Next up, we have this, and it says the Immortal Order series inspired acrylic bookmark. So let's take a look. So here is our acrylic bookmark, and it says the perfect mix of dark night and golden dawn, the Immortal Orders. And for some reason, this sounds familiar to me, like the quote and the name of the series, and for some reason it's not ringing a bell, but I'm under a lot of stress, so I'm going to give myself some grace and just say that maybe it is familiar to me and I'm just forgetting. Mark your place in the shadows with this acrylic bookmark inspired by the Immortal Order series by Alison Carr Wachter. Whether you're lost in the dark night of a gripping chapter or basking in the golden dawn of a plot twist, this bookmark is the perfect mix of mystery and magic. Designed by @RadMadPrince. So I do actually like this quote. I like the design, love the sun and the moon. Definitely, obviously, to go with the quote. I'm probably going to keep this. I like it. And of course, our very last item in our Darkly box before we get to the grand finale of the book is, of course, our Cabinet of Curiosities pin. Introducing the 9th volume of the 2024 Cabinet of Curiosities collection. This month's theme is Superb Situations. Fandoms include Rare, Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, Extra Rare, Between Wrath and Mercy by Jess Wisecup, and Legendary Juniper Hill by Devney Perry, designed by @Occasionalish. And thankfully on the back of the box they do have a key to show you which ones belong to which fandom, because I would never know. I have read the first 2 books mentioned, so Butcher and Blackbird, and then Between Wrath and Mercy. Juniper Hill, I don't believe I've read. It doesn't sound familiar. Personally, I would probably like the Butcher and Blackbird. And that is because I definitely prefer it over Between Wrath and Mercy. And even looking at the designs, I would definitely prefer the first one. So let's look to see which one I got. And okay, that is not the Butcher and Blackbird. That is Between Wrath and Mercy. Which is totally okay. I'm not a huge fan of pins anyway, so this is probably something that I'm just going to put to the side and do a giveaway. So that is it for our Darkly box. As we are finding, there's definitely a trend of these boxes being meh lately, which is probably a good thing that they are now switching their business model and no longer doing books and goodies. They're doing books as their monthly subscription, and then like there's gonna be shop drops that we can partake in and choose what items we want. For me, this box is definitely meh. The cup, some people I can definitely see liking, definitely not for me. Tray, I love. Bookmark was pretty, but I'm like, it's nothing grand, but I definitely liked it. And then the pen, it's a pen. So for me, this box is meh, but I am very happy I got the tray, and of course, I'm really excited the book. So we will get there in just a second. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on these items and this box, and definitely be sure to like this video as well. Drum roll, the grand finale, of course, is our book. And unfortunately mine's slightly damaged, which is super sad, but whatever. I'll reach out to Bookish Box to see if they'll do anything about it. I'm really not that upset, and once upon a time I would be really upset, but I'm like, I have bigger things in my life to be upset about right now. So here's our book, and I'm so excited. It is The Dead Guy Next Door, a Riley Thorne novel by Lucy Score. And before getting into our all details, we have to talk about the last item, and that is our sticker. Covered last sticker, the cover of our exclusive Luxe edition, The Dead Guy Next Door by Lucy Score, is too beautiful to display only on your shelf. Place this exclusive cover last sticker on your e-reader or keep it in your reading journal. And for me, I just use it in my reading journal. Helps me keep track of the madness of my books. Okay, so on with our book. Our featured title is The Dead Guy Next Door, a Riley Thorne novel by Lucy Score. A nice, normal life. Is that too much to ask? For Riley Thorne, it is. Divorced, broke. God, I can relate. Divorced, broke, living with a pack of elderly roommates, and those hallucinations Riley's ignoring. Her mom is convinced Riley must be clairvoyant. Just when things seem like they can't get worse, a so hot he should be illegal private investigator shows up on her doorstep looking for the guy next door, who turns up murdered. P.I. Nick Santiago doesn't play well with others. He's a rebel, a black sheep, a man who prefers a buffet of options to being stuck with the same entree every night if you catch his drift. But when the pretty, possibly psychic Riley lands at the top of the Sussex list for this murder, Nick immediately volunteers to find out who done it. He likes solving mysteries. It has nothing to do with wanting to flex his heroic muscles for Riley. At least that's what he's trying to convince himself. Nick and Riley must put their heads together to find out who really pulled the trigger, all while keeping a rule-bound, grudge-holding detective at bay and dealing with the stranger claiming he's arrived to help Riley hone her psychic gifts, and before the killer decides to turn his sights on Riley. So this is obviously a mystery murder romance, and I am here for it. I have heard good things about this book and Listening Score in general, so I'm looking forward to reading it, even though it's slightly outside my normal genre. Like, mystery is not something I normally read, but I definitely want to try this book out. So we, of course, have this exclusive cover, and I'm not a huge fan, but I don't hate it either. Like, I feel indifferent about this in general, but it's probably as cool as they can get it being a contemporary mystery romance, so I get it. And then here's the back side. I'm assuming that might be one of the clues. And this is what I was talking about, the damage. So it was obviously that something like got pressed into my book really hard, that it broke a little bit of the cover and even the hardcover below. Again, I'll reach out to Bookish Box, but I have bigger fish to fry in my life right now. We do have very colorful stenciled edges all the way around. Matches the book and the colors, but again, not a huge fan. I might have to do this cover. I love the reverse dust jacket. I'm a huge sucker for tarot cards and tarot references, so I really like the death card being on the cover. So yeah, I'm switching mine to this side. And then we have the hardcover case, which includes that death card again. And then we have that quote that says, "The death card sat in the middle of the last row of 3 cards. To its right, the end of Nick's future, was a card depicting a man lying face down with 10 swords stuck in his back." We also have illustrated end papers, which definitely match those crazy stenciled edges. And it, of course, is signed by the author. So that is it for our exclusive edition of The Dead Guy Next Door and overall our Darkly box. When the fuck am I going to be able to read this? Who the hell knows? Like, literally, who the hell knows? I have so many books lined up. And again, if you guys know me, you know that I read my book box subs first. And they have piled high because literally I've been reading the same book for over a week, which is super odd for me. But again, life is falling apart. I'm super stressed. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm crying all the time. I'm just a complete mess. And I'm trying to keep it together and it's just not working. And just so y'all know, I did get my ass into therapy, of course, to help me with this whole big life transition. But it's going to be a thing for a couple months of just bad shit. So I'm trying to get back to me and trying to get back into my reading and stuff like that, but we'll see. But hopefully I can get to this next year because literally January is around the corner and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this before then. But maybe I will devour all my books in a way to disassociate from the hell that is my life right now. But yeah, we're not going to even go over all the books that I have in front of this because it's a lot. So please keep sending love and positive thoughts. And hopefully my husband will change his mind and get his head out of his ass, or I will start healing and be able to figure out my life. As always, thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. I really hope I can monetize it because I think having any sort of extra income can really help me, because going from a dual income to a single income is going to be really hard, especially since I work nonprofit. As always, please be sure to let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this box, this book, these items. Like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings, and definitely be sure to subscribe to join me for all the bookish fun. Again, we're trying to get back to normal, so hopefully my unboxings will happen on time when the boxes actually show up and not days later because I'm a freaking mess. Again, so much gratitude to each and every one of you. Thanks so much.